cut. The next unfinished, we're going to take a cut. Before we go in the closet here and hook up the electric, let's stop. Yeah, cut. Yeah, cut. In today's episode, it's all about projects. I have several projects that are only partially finished. I plan on finishing them in this episode of My Alaska. We'll get started on the first one as soon as my buddy Dusty from Dusty Bottom Boys shows up. So as soon as he gets here, we'll get busy on the first project and get that knocked out. Well, Dusty showed up finally. We're gonna get busy. What we want, Mom. What we want to do is, I put drywall up in the bathroom, and I had one full sheet left over right there. This big sheet, and we need to pull all this out and slide it back behind. So we're not sure exactly how we're gonna do that yet, but I definitely can't do it by myself. My back's not up to lifting up a sheet and sliding it down under, so I asked Dusty for some help. So let's get busy and get this done. We started looking at this, and basically we have to pull the 3 cabinets out from the wall about an inch or so, and we've already run into the first snag. Right down here, it's a little dark now, but the drain pipe is right up against the hole, so I'm gonna have to cut this hole bigger. Got it. Unfortunately, there's no way I can get that piece out now. Ready? You're not moving your cabinet. Yeah, I don't think it's a corner one, so I don't think it goes all the way. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. It'll just be a round back. Yeah. Yeah, so that's fine. And I think that's all we need, right? Yeah, I mean, I can fit my hand. Yep, we got about 2 inches here, so yeah. Here, right in this area, right here, we're going to drill a giant hole about the size of your head. Yep, the hole keeps moving too. It's going to be somewhere right around here. Ow. All right, hold that sheet for us, bud. You can stop holding it. 48 3/4. I'm just bracing myself. 51. Why did you say that? You're holding it up. 18 1/4 to 22 1/8. I'm just holding it up with my... Stop! Stop touching it. Well, your dad's doing marking it so it can't be moving around, so I'm just helping. What's that?
That's a mess.
Did you cut a hole as big?
Will the door go further back?
Did you cut a piece as 2 pieces as big as that?
Thank you.
Can you cut 2 pieces like this, Daddy?
Not right this second, dude.
Oh, wait, pull your weight. Thanks. Okay.
That's probably that vent we're sitting on.
Push.
Alex,
Yeah.
it's the
Some. Oh, I hope that's not what I think it is.
I'm looking under.
Yeah. I think I have the bracing for the back of this clear to the corner.
Oh.
Totally forgot about that. Yeah, I do. I can see the
Can I
corner
pull that counter this way?
a little bit. But it's screwed into the wall for
Right.
something for the back of the counter to sit on.
Can we measure down from the top of the counter to where that is?
Yeah, it's just the height of the counter,
Oh,
basically.
So we just notch around it.
Yeah. But we have to pull it all the way back
Right.
out. If you guys don't know, on corner cabinets, they're round, and they're just like a 1/16 of an inch shorter than the other cabinets. So back in the back wall there, you have to put bracing up on the wall to hold the back of the counter up, so it's not sitting on top of the corner cabinet. I totally forgot I have bracing clear in the very corner there, so it's preventing this sheet of plywood from sliding all the way into the corner, and it's about that far from the corner now, so we have to pull the drywall back out and cut out that section of drywall so it'll slide all the way back in. Thank goodness I have someone else here helping me, because this would be a pain in the butt if it was just me trying to do all this. We got it all cut. Let's see if it fits this time.
We gotta be careful with this front edge now because it's cut up so far.
Yeah.
We don't want it to snap.
Oh, hold it. Okay, there. Okay, that's fine. It'll go all the way down. There, right there's the. Okay, it's not falling down in. We have a little problem down here.
It looks like it's over it.
But it's not dropping down.
Video.
I have a vent pipe that I capped right there, and we cut a hole for the vent pipe for the drywall to go over the vent pipe, but for some reason it's not dropping down over top of the vent pipe. Either the vent pipe's higher than what it's supposed to be, or higher than the cut we made, or something. Dusty's down there trying to figure it out. It looks like it's actually sitting on the subfloor right now, so we never felt it slide over top and then drop down, so we thought the hole we cut for it was not in the right place. However, we've determined it is in the right place, so we just need to cut this down a little bit for the receptacles here, and then we'll be good to go, but we're not going to pull it all the way back out, I don't think. Is that right?
Not unless you want to.
No, let's leave it in place and cut it.
Sounds good.
And then we'll pick it up about a ½ inch or so and start putting some screws in it. That way it's not sitting directly on the subfloor. You always want to leave a little gap between the bottom of the plywood and your subfloor. If you saw my last video of putting up the drywall, definitely jump back. I've never used one of these drywall screw guns before, and I had all kinds of issues. So Dusty here's a professional at this, so he's going to show me how it's done.
This side doesn't need to come up much. That side's not lifting at all, so we'll go back.
This side's only barely lifting.
That's okay.
That missed.
That missed.
Yeah. So it's right here.
How was that?
Oh, there's nothing right there.
Oh, you're up against this.
Yeah. Right?
Yep.
I wasn't ready yet.
Oh, you weren't ready yet.
And it's right here. Not ready.
Oh, that's where the 4 back is. I was thinking it's here. That's why I was just assuming it was this way.
No, there's two different pieces of plastic right here.
There.
Yeah. So wait.
There you go.
See that one? That's what usually happens with me. It basically right at the smooth or just a hair sticking out.
That's what we
Yeah,
want.
that's perfect right there. You can see how it just dimples the paper, and it's just a 64th of an inch below the edge of the paper. That's perfect. And that's what always happened to me. As you just saw, Dusty and Charlie took off, so I'm done with their help. Let me show you what we got done. We got this piece put in. This is a full 8-foot sheet, 8-foot by 4-foot sheet, and it goes behind the cabinets. And then we got this little piece put in. So we got that piece put in because now I can handle everything else pretty easy myself whenever I get to that point. We also got the cabinets put back and leveled out because they got out of level when I pulled them out. Now I just need to get everything cleaned up and put back where everything goes. So I'll see you when we start the next project. The next project is out back here. I have my main electric coming in to the cabin right up there. And this 2-inch hose, as you can see, it moves all around. I never put the clamps on it, so for this to be legal, I definitely need to get some clamps on it. Let's get this done, then we can move on to the next project. Farthest up I can get is right about there, and the screws still actually touch something, so I think that's where it's going to have to go. I'm trying to see if it's straight, and that's fairly straight. And I am using exterior deck screws to put this in. Whoa. I'm not sure how many clamps I'm supposed to have. Let's see here. About 7 feet or so. I figure 3 clamps should do it. One near the top. It's as close to the top as I can get, and it is 10.5 inches down from the metal. And then I plan on putting one right down here somewhere, and then probably put the middle one right in the middle, obviously. Put this screw right here. Okay. Why is it I always need a third hand? So let's see here. From that one to this one is, let's call it 64 inches. So half of that is 32. So right about there will work. So line this side up with all the other ones. There's a little bow in the pipe, but that's the pipe itself. I have a clamp 10 inches down from the metal right there, and that's as high up as I could get it. And then 32 inches down, I have this clamp, and then another 32 inches down, I have that clamp. And right now, my line just goes, it dead ends right here, and then the electric goes right along there and over to my shed right there. This is only temporary. This cabin's not a permanent cabin. That's why I don't have the lines buried and everything like that. So where there is a chance of getting hit or anything, I do have it in the green pipe over there, as you can see. This project is finished off. Let's move on to the next project that's only partially done. The next unfinished project that we're going to work on and get completed is up here in the loft. Let me show you what it is. I have an outlet right there, one right there, one right there, and then you can see one right there, and then I got another one right over behind all my shirts right there. As you can see, there's no plugs in there and no face plates. So we need to get these outlets off, put in, and then we can go downstairs and get the breaker hooked up. Let's get this completed. Unfortunately, I only have one plug here, but I have enough face plates to do all these. I have to run to the store, pick up the rest of the plugs, and then several other things to finish off other projects, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. So let's get this plug put in, and then I can go around and get all the other wires ready to go for when I get the plugs. Okay. I believe how I wired this was I have one wire coming in through the bottom and one wire coming in through the top of each of these outlets. I believe the one coming in from the bottom is the coming to the outlet, and the one out of the top is going to the next outlet. We'll give that a try and see what happens. So let's see here. That should be cut there. Cut right about here. I have a question for everyone. Is it the proper way to install these this way or this way? I always install mine this way. I figure it looks like a little face. So I install it this way. I got the two eyeballs and the mouth. But I've seen videos where people install them this way. Which way is the proper way to install these? I'm just curious what you think. There. I finally got it screwed all the way in. I have to go and get some power. So let's get this faceplate put on. One done, 4 left to do. We need to take a break from doing the outlets upstairs in the loft to actually go and get the outlets. So let's go for a ride. We're back here on the back side of the house, and I want to install one of these. This is a garden hose hanger, or garden hose rack, and it goes right like that, and you can put your garden hose on it. Let's get this installed, then I don't have to just leave my garden hose lay here on the ground. I have a place for it. I think I'm gonna hang it right here. It's probably a little bit higher than most people would put it, but I like things at easy height to get at and not down low where I got to bend over and get it. So I'm gonna go right about here. That looks like a good place for it. First one, doesn't really matter where it goes, but it goes right in the center of this one. Now we got to get the garden hoses. that looks pretty good. But I did forget one thing. Leave a comment if you know what I forgot, and I'll be right back. Did you figure out what I forgot? The spray nozzle. I think I actually need to get a new one. The handle's broke here, and I lost the washer out of here. But I'm sure it'll still work for the time being. Let's test this out and see if she works. There's no water. Oh wait, I forgot. I have a turn off inside. Let's go and turn it on. I actually have two turn offs. I have one for the hot water and one for cold water that both go to the garden hose. I did that because if you're washing the car or something, this water can get bone chilling cold. So I have the hot water hooked up also, but right now I'm just going to turn on the cold water. Let's try this again. I hear air flowing, but we'll see how much water comes squirting out here in a minute. Ooh, there's a hole right here. And yeah, oh, all through here. That's not good. Looks like next time I'm at Costco, I need to buy a new garden hose. Yeah, we got one hole right here shooting clear out, and then it's leaking all around the connection. Well, that's a bummer having a bad garden hose. I guess I should have expected that. This winter it got froze into all the water in between my connexes. I made a video called Big Mess Cleanup at the Connexes or something like that. I'll leave a link up here in the corner. Anyways, everything, while I was gone over Christmas, we had a big windstorm and everything got knocked over onto the ground. Then it warmed up and rained a lot, so there was a lot of water just laying in on top of the frozen ground. Then it froze again before I could get everything picked up. And the garden hose was one of the things that got frozen, so I guess it's par for the course. Well, let's move on to the next item. For the next project, I have 40 pounds of grass seed. Let's get it spread out on my dirt so I can get a yard growing. That didn't take very long to get 40 pounds of grass seed spread out. Now, let's get back inside and continue working inside on the projects. Now that the outside projects are done, let's get back up in the loft and get those outlets put in. Now that I have these 5 outlets installed, I have all the outlets for the entire cabin installed. No more installing outlets. However, I do have to hook up the breaker for these outlets, but that will come here in a little while. First, there's something else I need to do up here, and it's put up some blinds here in these windows. Right now, I'm just using these pieces of cardboard, which I'll probably still use because the blinds don't block out all the light. So I use the cardboard to make it dark in here, because even right now, it's not getting dark until almost 11 o'clock at night, and in middle of the summertime, it doesn't get dark. If it's a non-cloudy night out, you don't even need headlights to drive all night long up here. So definitely need dark coverings on the windows, but unfortunately the blinds just don't keep out enough light, so I do use the cardboard. With that said, let's get these blinds installed. I have the windows prepped. I went ahead and cut all the spray foam that was sticking out from around it. And now we're going to install, this blind and that blind in these 2 windows. Unfortunately, it's really hard to record because it is daylight outside, and when I set the camera anywhere, it just gets really backlit. So I'll catch up with you guys once I have these blinds installed. And just like that, both blinds are installed. There's that one, and there's that one. Whoa, the light right there on my head. We got one more blind to install, so let's get that one installed and we can move on to finishing the electric. As you probably can see, we're here in the bathroom, and this is the last window that needs a blind. So let's get this installed and we can move on to finishing up the electric. It's in. Let's see how well it works. I like that. Now let's move on to some electric. Before we go in the closet and hook up the outlets that are upstairs in the loft, let's step outside for a second. Let's do a little project real quick outside. As you saw earlier in the video, this garden hose and this sprayer are basically junk, so let's get rid of these real quick. Good enough. The other day I had to run into Anchorage, so I went to Costco and I bought a brand new garden hose. Let's get this hooked up. Man. Of course it would be backwards from what I need. Yep. Why would they do that? They wrap this hose up actually backwards. This end would go over there, and then you got to pull out of the center here instead of hooking this up and then just unraveling it like a normal hose. People. Well, let me get this unrolled and get it hooked up. I'll catch right back up with you. Okay, there's that. Something that should have taken less than 5 minutes is taking a good long while because companies can't put the garden hoses up correctly. They wrap them up backwards. I bought this 3-piece set. It was the only one Costco had. I just wanted a single nozzle, but I know at the Walmart and places like that, a single nozzle costs almost the same as this 3-piece set. So I went ahead and got the 3-piece set. There it goes. I need to run inside, turn the valve on. You guys stay out here. Let me know if there's any big leaks or anything. I guess I had left it on, or never had turned it off. Works pretty good. Although it is still leaking. Ooh. Well, as you can see, I got it as tight as possible and it won't stop leaking. Let me run inside, get some thread tape, and we'll get this fixed for sure. This joint back here is not leaking. I'll be right back out. Okay. The only tape I have handy is gas thread tape, but I'm sure it'll work. Okay. Looks like it's fixed. I don't see any leaks. Ooh, it's a little chilly out. Let's get back inside and get working on the electric. We're here at the closet. That means it's finally time to get this electric hooked up. Let me show you what I got. This goes up to the outlets on the one side of the loft, and this goes up to the outlets on the other side of the loft. I think I'm gonna try to run it into that box down there, join them together, and then run one line up into the breaker panel. I think I have it all hooked up. I have it on this breaker. It's a GFCI breaker, but it's the only one I have. I don't need one. I could just go with a regular one like this, but I don't have any of these on hand. And I had a 20 amp breaker, GFCI breaker on hand, so that's what I'm going with. It doesn't really matter. The only thing left to do is flip the breaker and test the outlets. Nothing tripped. I don't see any smoke or sparks, so I think we're good to go down here. Let's go up. Let's go up in the loft and check the outlets. So the one wire comes up here, goes into this outlet, then that outlet, and then that one down there. So let's test that one real quick. Fan works. Since this is the end of the line and it works, that means the other ones should work also. There's continuity all the way through. Now let's test this side. There's a second wire that comes up, goes over, skips those outlets, goes to the outlet behind my t-shirts, and then dead ends right there. So let's test that outlet. Yep. The fan works. That means there's good continuity all the way through. Everything's hooked up right. I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching and have a great day.